Okay.
All right, Once Upon a Time starts off the game. Best way to start a game, I say. Once Upon a Time.
That's pretty cool.
We're going on an adventure.
Toss on one.
All right, Taiga has been selected. So there's a Taiga in hand. Ancient Tomb, Chalice on 1.
Yep.
Looks like it's in there. I think I won the game. That's it. It's over.
So comes in tap or untap?
Misty Rainforest crack for Dave. Dave will Chalice check me, so I'm prepared. Dave doesn't get shy about that. And there it is. Right straight into the trash.
Nothing else in response.
Okay.
Here's Sibyllin Soothsayer. Dave will take a look, refresh the memory on what this card does. Maybe hasn't seen it before. We don't know.
There's a Saga. Back to the home. Yep. Okay, here we go.
All right, it gets dazed. It's in the graveyard. Volcanic Island replayed for Dave. PL is in the chat, arriving just in time. Clash of the Titans. Exactly. Unlicensed Hearse drops in. Could be good against Delver. Bolt in response gets countered. And Unlicensed Hearse gets in there.
A little bit.
The instance.
I'll remove both of the instants from the game. So Unlicensed Hearse has been great against Delver. You can shut off Delirium. You can prevent future Murktides. If they're playing other kinds of tempo decks as well, you know, like the Grief Scam stuff, Shadow, you can stop Reanimates. Hearse has been pretty good. All right, so a Seek the Beast is happening, and we're fetching an Underground Sea.
Take the initiative.
Okay, so basically, like, it's a token attached to a creature. So when the creature dies,
I am going.
Chalice on 1 plus Hearse is pretty nasty.
And how did you?
I'll make
Yep.
All right, Daze is my questing druid. And then a bolt gets countered. Dave has Chalice checked me a few times, trying to fill the graveyard up for Murktide.
I'll exile these two.
And I'm going to keep that graveyard as empty as I can because of Murktide. Playing these Stompy decks, one of the cards I'm most afraid of is Murktide. Brainstorm gets countered by Chalice. Delver gets countered. Another Seek the Beast. This one will resolve. We're revealing two Soothsayers. Looks like my hand is Chromox, Fourth Ear Lingus, and Cavern of Souls.
Soothsayer? Resolve.
Found a Dinosaurs on the spaceship with the Frith Soothsayer.
That was cast Chromox. Resolves. Print 4th Lingus.
Main human, cast another Soothsayer. Trigger.
Wait, do you have to discard
Another Dinosaurs.
Yeah, sorry.
Oh.
And a second copy of Dinosaurs on a Spaceship. So both are suspended with 3 time counters on them. Going to continue to empty Dave's graveyard, exiling DRC and Brainstorm this time. Only 3 cards in the graveyard right now. It will be difficult to create a Murktide. And with the 2 Dinosaurs suspended, Dave will scoop it up.
Entire career is just going.
We're not doing Pokemon tokens, everybody. We're not doing it. All right, 1 card on the bottom for Dave.
And also having to turn off all of your peripherals. You know what? That's for a price.
And 1 card on the bottom for me, it looks like. But I'm a little bit more hesitant. Dave a little bit more confident with the decision. Mishra's Bauble takes a look. Dave can see it. Apparently doesn't know it. And we're going to leave that there. Okay, the card was Dinosaurs on a Spaceship, it looks like. Once Upon a Time. Another great start to the game. Once Upon a Time.
But also, they're just like, they don't say things.
I'm really liking this card in this deck too. It just fits so perfectly.
You know, like I just don't. I'm like, I feel like I'm.
Find a cavern when I need it. Find a Soothsayer in an opening hand that has a Petal and a Soul Land. Just kind of helps me assemble the combo, or whatever you want to call it. All right, Chromox, imprint Dinosaurs on a Spaceship, Cavern, and Inti Seneschal of the Sun.
Let's see. Another attack. Discard.
We only played
discard.
Yep. This one's 4 colors.
You're go.
If you're interested in deck lists, my deck list is posted in our Discord server. Links are all over the place for that. I'll share it in the live chat for those of you watching live.
Go ahead. I like having all of it.
So a Wasteland knocks out my Cavern. It's a good start to the game for Kaplan, who's not under that much of a threat. Inti attacks. We're going to trigger.
You too. Assume you're going first?
Yes.
The attack ability, Dinosaurs on a Spaceship discarded, and the discard ability, Swords of Plowshare, is revealed. No targets for it right now, unfortunately. That Swords will be lost. City of Traders, Soothsayer follow-up. Not bad.
Okay.
That's wonderful.
Force negation.
All right, Dave respecting the Soothsayer, force pitching, Force of Negation.
Falsely tilted.
Yeah, Inti's pretty cool. Inti's been pretty nice in this deck. It hasn't come up yet, but I've been hoping to have Inti on the board and someone griefs me and I get an extra trigger. Pastina is in the chat. Hanging out as usual. Where in the world is everybody watching right now? Shout out where you are. I'm curious. My deck list is pinned to the deck list channel. It is pinned to the deck list channel. Someone recently posted it as well. I think maybe Harry Houdini posted it? I don't know.
Yeah. But you know, I thought it was like if you hit yourself for 5, then you also deal a lot of damage.
Brazil, Austria, Stockholm, Sweden, California, UK. Very nice.
Go.
Meltdown. That'll blow up my Chromox pretty good.
You said meltdown for 0, right? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, the Fallout full arts look really cool. The new Wasteland looks amazing.
Attack trigger.
I haven't seen one in person yet in foil or anything, but I expect it to look amazing. All right, Inti triggers. Exiling a Dinosaurs on a Spaceship off the top after discarding 4th Year Lingus. Not the most exciting, but Inti is out of bolt range now.
Yeah.
So it's like,
I guess.
how does it feel like?
Germany, Poland, Barcelona. Very nice.
Yeah.
Never in the top half.
It's in.
What's the Capenna Mafia name for blue, black, red?
Yeah.
For a second, I forgot how meltdown works. I don't know why I said that. I thought X had to be 1 to target one thing, but I just blanked on that for a second. Yeah.
Wasted.
Magus resolves.
Exactly. Maestros Delver, folks. All right, blows up my last land on the board, and Stalactite Stalker, I'm going to attack with Inti, who's now a 4/4, becoming a 5/5. Chromox off the top.
Play another mountain.
Inti getting in some hard hits. Playing the Chromox, no imprint pass.
Good game. Good game. Go ahead. I did not expect that at all.
This Inti looks like it will be able to race this Stalactite Stalker. Kaplan needs an answer for Inti, which is now a 5/5. And can become a 6/6 next turn, obviously.
It's been great.
So I'm presenting lethal right now. Stalactite Stalker is going to attack, which tells me that maybe Dave has found an answer.
David's are really strong.
Can bounce it. Could Shieldred's Edict. Well, we just looked for a second Volk, so. What are the other ways Kaplan can beat this Inti? Maybe Murktide. Oh, yep, there's Murktide. 8/8 Murktide. That's a good blocker. So Inti will have to hold back, unfortunately. Stalactite Stalker goes up.
Actually, pulled that one.
Oh, that's cool.
Go.
Looks like my hand is Moloch and Swords. Not sure which one I previously had. Like, I don't know if I drew Swords or Moloch that turn. I thought I had a card in hand when Chromox was played. If it was Moloch, I probably should have imprinted it. If it was Swords, maybe not.
Conjunction with Magus would be super cool. Because I actually, if you have a chalice with Magus, I have basically no way. No way.
Maybe I was hoping to draw a land and discard my last card in hand to Inti. Inti is currently a 5/5, being held back by an 8/8 Murktide.
Like from the roll, but I'm like, if I'm playing late line, let me try to put something on
Thinking about what to name with this cavern.
Name Tyranid.
Tyranny?
Tyranid.
Go ahead.
Okay. Go ahead.
Okay, Kaplan has no idea what I'm talking about. I said I'll name Tyranid, which is the creature type of Moloch, which all of us are now familiar with, right? Now that it's on MTGO, everybody knows Moloch. Legacy players don't know what the hell is going on, as usual. All right, swinging with a 3/3 Stalactite Stalker. My life total is getting chipped away, and potentially next turn, a swing with Stalactite Stalker and Murktide could win Kaplan the game. Wasteland has been so good against me this game.
Right, goes to the graveyard. Now you have your 4. So you can cast dual cast remain.
Yeah, who knows what Kaplan's thinking, right, Audrey? Hype Train Conductor Audrey thinks it might be a joke of some kind. I don't really tell jokes when I'm playing Magic, though, folks. There's nothing funny about Magic. Wasteland on my cavern. I may be out of time.
For this to work, like the spell has to still be on the stack.
So is that the
Kaplan managed to stabilize just as Inti reached a lethal attacker size by playing this Murktide. Stalactite Stalker will tick up. I need a Plains off the top. And that looks like we're done.
Yeah, the painter.
Well, because then you would say dual cast remain is down to
Question is, does Kaplan want to risk attacking with both creatures? Meltdown. Okay, kill my Chromox with nothing imprinted. Second Murktide. And that is the game. The Meltdowns also hurt quite a bit. The Chromox earlier in the game that had, I think, a 4th Year Lingus imprinted on it, or a Dinosaur imprinted on it, would have been white mana I needed to cast that Swords to Plowshares in hand. and potentially a second mana for Moloch as well. All right, turn 1, unlicensed Hearse and a Petal. A little bit risky to give Kaplan something to blow up with a Meltdown for 0 and playing the Petal, but we'll see how this works out.
Yeah, I was going to say like my powers have doubled since the last time I faced off. This is what I had in the sideboard. This is really good.
Fisher's Bobble. Underground Sea.
How many lances it run?
I think Kaplan's aware now what I'm up to, and trying to figure out the best way to approach these first couple of turns of the game is a little tricky. When you're playing a Delver deck against a deck like mine, you're trying to weigh if you have counter spells. Can I let this stuff resolve and then remove it? Can I afford to, fight? Can I fight through an unlicensed Hearse, or can I counter it, or should I counter it? That kind of thing. And on top of that, also what the sequencing should be can be a little tricky depending on what he expects my follow-ups to be. Unlicensed Hearse, as we saw in game 1, can be really good at preventing Murktides and shutting off Delirium. Stalactite Stalker and Delver don't care about Hearse. All right, playing a Taiga, sacrificing the city, making 2 mana. This is always risky against a Wasteland deck. Let's see how this pays off. Playing Inti and floating a mana.
So weird.
It was interesting though.
We saw how close Inti got to dealing lethal damage in game 2. And maybe hoping to ride Inti to victory once again. Or, not once again, but this time. Got close the first time. Fisher's Bobble fired off.
Oh, you're casting the creatures.
I should probably start trying to allow the camera to see which cards are revealed off Bobble.
Yeah.
Looks like my hand has another unlicensed Hearse on Moloch, which could be good for removing small creatures. All right, found a Wasteland, and that hurt. And a Hydroblast for Inti. That was a great turn for Kaplan. Gonna remove both instants from the yard.
I'd rather have that
and a little bit of regret right now, sacrificing my City of Traders. That might have been, if we pause the game right now and think for a moment, that might have been a huge mistake based on what we're seeing, how this plays out. Kaplan's finding lands, of course.
I would. Because this is great for the
It's possible that it might have been better to just keep Taiga in hand, sack Petal, tap City to play Inti, or hold off and cast a Seek the Beast on Kaplan's end step. Still trying to figure that out with this deck. Like, what's more powerful in this matchup? Playing an Inti on my turn 2, or, I believe that was turn 2, or Seek the Beast on my opponent's turn on my turn 2 and hope to set up Soothsayer or something exciting for the following turn. It's hard to say, and maybe I felt a little overconfident that I had a Hearse on the board, and these Dragon's Rage Channelers that are on the table right now will probably not be able to grow anytime soon unless Kaplan finds a Meltdown. Stalactite Stalker is a threat, though. Unlicensed Hearse will potentially become a 7/7. Looks like I just drew a basic mountain, which is something. I have been presented with a lot of threats. Moloch getting cast. Daze, Triple Surveil. Wasteland card number 1. Not very good against a basic mountain. Daze card number 2. Molten Collapse card number 3. So Moloch is countered. I wanted to try and hit that Stalker before it can grow.
Daze and Molten Collapse.
Daze and Molten Collapse are gone. I need to draw more land. The mountain on my side is from the Fortnite set.
Oh yeah, because in Mirage there was a lot of weird scenarios. Red didn't really have anything that's drastic in regards to like
1, 2, 3, 4. So I'll put 2 on both.
yes. Also there was like personal tutor, but that was when you're putting on you have solo tutors, which is the sorcery version.
If I destroy and then you have your on stack,
Yep. Big attack coming in. Delirium is on.
Right, the little guy. The roll says all sorcery.
So Kaplan using the tools he has available really well in this game so far. The now a Murktide getting cast, and that's probably more than I can handle, needless to say. But the Dazes, the Wastelands, getting the 1-mana threats on the table, timing everything really well. And I remember being in this seat kicking myself for like sacrificing my city that early in the game. That was probably a big mistake. It cost me the game. GG's to Kaplan. Well played.